The mood at the house of the slain retired Deputy Director, Mr. Monday David Bassi, located behind Abacha Barracks Estate in Nasarawa State FCT border town of Maraba, was one of extreme sorrow when our crew arrived. The car the late man scheduled to drive to church on Sunday, July 28, the same day he was killed, was still where he parked it. Though most family members could not speak to us, apparently due to the shock of his death, his second son, Bassi, seems to be stronger. He narrates how his father was ambushed and slaughtered as he hurried to feed the fishes in his pond before rushing to church.
It's assassins. Let's search for him here. From understanding, since 1 in the morning. From confession, not understanding, since 1 a.m. in the morning. Around 6 a.m., from confession, they called their sponsor that the man is not yet out. So early in the morning, around 6:45, the darkness has given way to lights. It was bright. He came out to feed the fish. They ambushed him. 4 of them, from my understanding, they attacked him. And if you look carefully down here, you will see the blood of my beloved father. They murdered him. They assassinated him in his own house using all the available weapons they had.
The most painful aspect of his father's death, according to him, is the confession by those arrested that the mastermind was one Musa Abdullahi, a carpenter whom the father took as his son.
The human in people is gone. The said carpenter is the person he gave contract to roof his house. After roofing his house, he took him in, maybe as a son, gave him other lenient job. Anybody that wants the number of who roofed his house is going to give the person the boy's number. And the boy had so many contracts.
A family friend who was also present when we visited recounted his moment with Mr. Bassi the evening before he was killed.
He brought me in and he was telling me that he has some fishes here that are matured, and when I'm going home, I'll take some for my kids. In fact, I just don't know how to explain how I'm feeling now. I feel very, 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 very bad.
2 assassins who were involved in the killing were caught and immediately taken to the Abacha Road Police Division, where they allegedly confessed to being hired from Jos, Plateau State, by the carpenter to kill the retired deputy director. One of them is identified as Mr. Cletus. The carpenter, who immediately absconded after knowing that the 2 assassins hired from Jos were apprehended, was immediately trailed by the Special Homicide Squad of the Nigerian Police to Kano and later arrested in Bauchi State 4 days after. He was returned to the Abacha Road Police Division, Maraba, for further interrogation.
Sit down for ground. You can carry food for our chip. Sit down for ground here.
Just like this, they talk like that. That's what they do.
For now, the second son of the slain man seems to be rising from the shadows of sorrow and weeping. He is taking care of the fishes and the bird in his late father's farm.
This gate now, there's supposed to be a road here.
Several attempts by independent television to reach Force Public Relations Officer Mr. Frank Umba to get more information from the police on the matter were unsuccessful. Our calls were not received or returned. Text messages were also not acknowledged or replied. The relentless move to hear from the police delayed this report for several days. The irony of that is what many cannot explain. The entire fishes here in this pond do not understand that their owner is no more. When you look at it from this side, the birds of the man who was slain are still here, not understanding that their owner as well is also no more. Some of them, as we arrive here, some days after he was killed, some of them are still laying egg, while the pigeons and other birds here are still hoping that one day he will likely come back to keep on feeding them. But the cardinal thing one will take home from this murder or assassination, no matter what words you choose to use, as many here are still pondering in pain, is the issue of trust. Be very careful, the person you trust. And we only hope and pray that the police do their job and ensure that those behind the murder of this man are definitely brought to book. From the farm of the deceased here at Maraba, I'm Ikaro Atta, ITV News.